All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to see you. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. PASW folks, Meet the Biz folks. Great to see each and every one of you. We got a great session for you today. I'll let David do the major introduction. And our guest is probably familiar to many of you as she has been involved with Meet the Biz and David and PASW for quite some time. But anyway, let me go ahead and say good morning to everybody. Katie Kennedy, good morning to you, my dear. Isaac Leva, hello. Alexandra Hart, hi. Nilasha, hello to you. And Raquel, hello. And who else we got here? We got Christina Tebis, and we got Shannon Derricks and Linda Litzko. Felicia, hi. Austin, Brian, good morning. Natalie, how are you? Shaquille, good morning, good morning. Christy Chu, welcome back. Mark Pulver, hello. Bill, Lansrod, Max, hi. Logan, hi. Larry, good morning. Shawnice, good morning to you, my dear. Always good to see you. Where did I leave off? I changed pages. Lansrod, Max, Logan, Larry, T-Bone, hello. Isaac Jones, good morning to you. Julian, hello. Meet the Biz Luke and Lucas and Tracy. Nice to have you here with us, everybody. Okay, I'm going to turn this over to David. Have a great session today, you guys. And if you are in the studio tomorrow or Friday, we'll be happy to see you live and in person. Do remember, too, if you don't have the opportunity to, Isaac, if you don't have the opportunity, boom, 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 boom. If you don't have the opportunity to make it into the program live or on Zoom that day, please check out our YouTube channel, PASW TV, and watch a video and put a thumbs up, an emoji, or a comment or something, and we can count you for attendance for that day. So love you guys. Have a great session. David, turn it over. Let's do it.
I love all this stuff. Thank you, Johnny. There, I mean, spotlight. There's that. Yeah, spotlight. Boom. There we go. I'm still learning how to do this. After 4 years, I'm lost track of time. Time is like, isn't it crazy, time? And that being said, time is on my side. Yes, it is. And it's on your side. And today, welcome to Meet the Biz, because today we have a friend, a family member. I've known this woman for what, 30 years? Well,
yes.
I think it's been 30 years, right? She is wonderful. She's an actress. She's a dancer. Here's some of her credits. Donna on the Go, I Won't Give Up, Special, Gold Member, Passions. The list goes on, and she is close to my heart because, again, when I got to LA so many years ago, I think she was one of the first people I met, at least within the first year or two, especially connected with the Media Access Office and this wonderful community that we all have, the wonderful family. Here she is, the wonderful Donna Russo.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. And of course, I love David. Great teacher to me. And also when I broke my hip, you gave me someone else that might be able to help me from home to do some classes, Stanzi.
Yes.
And, yeah. So I love acting. I've been dancing since 10. I do talk some in different places. And most recently, because I also broke my kneecap.
Oh.
No. And I'm healing, and I'm learning to walk again. And I decided, since I had a BA in dance and was so much into dance, that the next stage kind of was like continuing with yoga and trying to teach and help people through yoga, because it's very calming, and it calms your anxieties, and it's just helped me so much.
Donna, today we're going to have a little interview with Donna and maybe a few Q&As for the first, until around the first half an hour or something. And then she's going to do a class today, a workshop on relieving stress and going within.
Mhm.
Now, why is that so important? You talked about yoga and stretching and dancing and movement and relieving stress and going within. Why is that all important?
Well, it's important because stress, a lot of stress leads to things in your body that aren't balanced, and could lead to um, a lot of health issues, um, with being nervous, and just going within and calming yourself down and calming your heart rate and your worry rate.
Yeah.
uh, it just gives you peace, and it helps you to put reins, if you will, on your mind going awry and just thinking all of these what ifs. And
Have you always been this way, or was there a certain time when you said, I need to get myself, balanced?
yeah, um, it was during the pandemic, and even before this, through dance, like the stretches are a lot like yoga. It all comes from yoga. But during the pandemic, I really felt like, oh my gosh, I need to go in and I need to see what other interests I have. And I started doing some poetry, just writing.
Mm.
And
Do you find that to be a catharsis, meditation?
yes, because it gets me in tune with other interests that I might have. It gets me to thinking about, oh, well, what else can I do now? Like what is it that I like to do, that me likes to do, and how can I spread that to other people
Well, it's
too?
really about taking care of yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
I
And so
think we forget that, don't we? Sometimes we always give us, especially for me, I like to give and see others happy and smile. And from that, I know that I do, that makes me smile and happy. At the same time, sometimes I'm doing that so much that I forget to have my alone time, or it doesn't even have to be alone, but that healing time, self-healing.
the time to reconnect and say, well, what's going on? How do I feel?
Yeah.
What's going on with me? You know, because when you look and check in with yourself, then you can like have energy to help other people and just be in tune with them and what they're going through too.
Right.
Um,
Right.
it's all
Um,
interconnected.
it's all interconnected. I want to ask just a few things before we jump into all this too. I mean, you started, when did you know, or when did you get this little bird near your ear saying, I want to dance?
Oh, at 10, or even before the age of 10, I used to take a chair into the living room and practice poses, and I was always doing acting. Like my dance school had a little acting workshops too that I took it in the summertime. And I just connected with all this movement and acting, and then when I have muscle weaknesses, muscular dystrophy, and when that started coming on in adulthood, um, I started to notice changes in my body where I couldn't move like I did before.
Hmm.
I thought, well, what am I going to do? You know, how can I still dance and do this and fulfill this voice inside me? And so I did a couple videos dancing with Tam Warner,
Yeah.
and I met um, Peggy Lane
Yeah.
O'Rourke, who is mega talented, and she um, she directed and wrote and executive produced Donna on the Go, which is a web series.
And then you got that connected to the Emmys?
Yes, we submitted it for Emmy. Submitted it. We did not win an Emmy, but
It got into the running there.
we put it out there in the short form category. Peggy put it out there, and then we submitted ourselves all kinds of film festivals, and we won a lot of them. And we were thinking, wow, look at this, and she kept submitting, and it just kind of branched out.
Well, I love that, and you use all of you in these episodes, don't you? The Dawn on the Go.
Yeah, and we had other people with disabilities in there in our episodes too, and Peggy was in charge of, like, she reached out to people in our community,
right,
and gave them put them in episodes. So
well, I have to thank you, because I know during the pandemic, you and Peggy came on and did a wonderful Meet the Biz episode that was very memorable. Yeah.
And I have to say, I'm proud of you, David, because you produced Kryptonite, which was in the film challenge, and I got a wonderful chance to speak with many of the people engaged with Kryptonite, and I just had a good time speaking and getting to know them.
Well, thank you for that too, because I mean, you had your interview show, and it was one of my favorite interviews connected with Kryptonite. So thank you.
It's a great movie.
It is. It is. People keep on saying, "Wait a minute, is that the end?" We got to find out what happens. So we'll see. We'll see. It's in the festival circuit now. So
Yeah.
Now you mentioned when you were 10, you would bring a chair out. Did you needed a chair at the time, or?
Oh, okay. No, I didn't need a chair at the time. I had a ballet book that showed different positions, and I think it was at 6 years old, I kind of started looking at this book, and I saw that they held on to a bar. So I copied it all. I copied an arabesque and attitude, and it's just
right. Now, and you mentioned muscular dystrophy, but you also, I read Turner syndrome. What is the difference, and when did this go on in your time?
Turner syndrome is a totally different thing on its own. It's not caused by MD. It's not, totally different, but it is where one of the X chromosomes is either cut off or incomplete. And so, like, growth, it affects growth sometimes. I'm 4'5", and it can affect the arteries, the heart. It can. Luckily, I don't have that, but I am getting it checked out again. And it can affect, like, kidneys, U-shaped kidney, which I don't have. So everybody is different.
Yeah.
So when you have Turner syndrome, the people may differ in many different issues that they have. Right. Sometimes there's a learning thing where verbal disabilities, or, like, I wasn't good at math and spatial relationships. I'm not good at sequences in math, and also in following directions. I get lost very easy. So it's like, turn me around. I'm like, oh, where did I just come from? It doesn't look familiar to me. Got it. So, but everybody has something that they're going through, or something that's unique to them. Yeah. And when we start to do the chair yoga and the going within, I often ask people to pick a word that they can concentrate on, like calmness or energy or love or peace,
Yeah,
something that resonates with them that they can concentrate when we do the relaxation. And
right.
and I also say mantras. I say sometimes in the breathing, I say something like, I am unique. There is no one like me. Um, I cannot, I do not compare myself to anyone else. I cannot compare myself to anyone else.
I always, I've gone, I like that you said that and brought that up because a lot of us are saying that we're in competition with so many people. Well, it's the competition that you have to focus on is just with yourself. Isn't that true about just going with you and see what your next step is because we're all on our own path.
Exactly. And if you, like, you're not like anyone else. So your journey is different. Like, and so you have something else to offer. So than someone else does.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's all important. Like being a dancer, you go into a lot of auditions, and being an actress, and you see the same people in the room, and
Right.
you're like, oh, there she is again. Oh no, she's so much better. Or I don't have a chance against this person in the room. But when a part is right for you, then you're on. Then
How do you do that too? When you're in a room and you go in and your mind starts overworking and you start thinking she's better or this or that. How do you clear that out?
I just like with dancers, they'd look at you and look what you're wearing, and they'd be like, oh, like I just go in there and I say, I'm going to give this the best that I can do. I'm prepared. I have the choice that I'm going to make, and I'm going to go in there and be committed. And then I'm going to forget about it. And then I'm going to leave the room. I'm just going to go about whatever else I have to do next.
Right.
I used
Well,
to I used to not be able to do that. I used to
right.
carry around and go, I'm not that good. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get it. But yeah, but it's let them decide.
Right. Right. It's true. And give them all you got. Just a few more things, then we'll have maybe a couple of questions and then maybe at the end. Should we have the questions, maybe a couple now and a couple at the end or?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. So a few things I did want to mention that you have a degree in dance. So you've been teaching dance. You have those. I mean, I mentioned Donna on the Go, special, gold member. Is there a one that sticks out for you that you could say, oh, I love doing this?
Uh, of course, Donna on the Go.
Yeah.
I loved working with Peggy.
Yeah.
She taught me an awful lot. I did love Alvin and the Chipmunks and the Magic Camera.
Right. And Alvin, you toured with that, right?
Yes, I did love that.
What was it about that you loved?
I loved it because it was a job dancing, and that's what I wanted to do after college. And of course, I wanted to be in a ballet company, but I was always told I was too short. And when you're shorter than the regular line of dancers there, they have to be creative and think of what to do with you. Like I always felt like, well, what are we going to do with this girl?
Right.
So I'd be the one that came in late to the line, and then I danced with everyone else, and people would think that was funny. And but in Alvin and the Chipmunks, I was not a ballet dancer, and that's what I really wanted. I had a lot of training, so I put the costume on.
Yeah.
And I freaked out at first.
Why?
My body was mine, but the head was not mine.
Oh.
And I was like, I trained so hard in ballet to be straight, to do certain technique. And what am I doing? I have to throw some of that out of the window because I have to get used to moving in this costume, and it's not in alignment all the time. And in dress rehearsal, I remember going like, take this off, I mean, I can't breathe,
Yeah.
but that was a lot of my own drama.
Yeah.
And I talked to myself and I said, a pirouette is a pirouette is a pirouette. No matter if you're in a head costume, no matter if you're doing a character dance, like I was doing musical comedy or musical character.
And your character was the name of your character?
Alvin.
So you were Alvin.
I was Alvin.
So so you became Alvin doing the pirouettes.
I became Alvin, the mischievous one of all the chipmunks, the one who wanted to get in trouble. I was kind of like, what do you call it? I could argue with David.
I loved it. That was
Chipmunks, and
that was one of my first albums, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and it was a red vinyl. It was great, and I find it interesting too that you said one thing that you really enjoyed was Alvin and the Chipmunks when you toured with it, and at the same time, then when you started, you said it was, I was this, and you had obstacles, whether it was mental or physical, to go through, but ultimately, by working through all these, it became one of your favorite pieces.
Yeah. Yeah. I was in modern dance companies in Philadelphia, where I grew up. I was in modern dance companies. And those were fun. Like I was in a company called Shrimps, and it was like smaller, little, like me.
Yeah.
And tall dancers. And we did so many interesting things at Dance Kaleidoscope, like, climbing on their back or, rolling. And it was an outdoor dance, and it was so different.
Right.
So different. But I had a hard time, just a hard time having people fit me in, because they didn't see what to do with me. But I don't know.
Well, how do you change perspectives? How do you make or allow people to see you and say, oh, wait, man, let's take her?
I overcame this because I did have a fear. I just didn't let them tell me what I am. I was like, you have a right to be here like everyone else. And I made a few suggestions.
Yeah.
But, the worst they could say is no.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then they could say yes too.
Well, we'll take, I see two yellow hands up here. So we'll take two questions, and then we're going to jump into the class. And then afterwards, we'll have a little time for questions as well.
Okay.
And this is going to be a wonderful class. Let's do Max Brumer. Max Brumer is here today.
Hi, David. So nice to see you again. And Donna, thank you so much for your introduction. I can really strongly relate to you. I'm not going to go into my specifics, but kind of in the position in right now, before I continue, I'll let you know, I have an eidetic memory, which in some cases you think is a strength, but in some cases, as it's kryptonite. I'll get to the point with the situation in right now. Oftentimes I think back to my past, mainly my high school days. I was a really shy kid who had trouble interacting and participating in situations I wasn't familiar with. I would tend to avoid. I didn't really attend too many school dances, went to prom alone. And again, because of that eidetic memory, it's kind of working against me. And even as of today, I do have a bachelor's degree in honors accounting and finance from DePaul, which is where I met Steve Zacharias. And that's how I met this awesome man, David, here. So that's one thing. But still, oftentimes those bad memories still cause me to ask myself, should I have gone to a more prestigious school? What could I have done differently? Are those mistakes that are still making my life the way it is now? My parents keep telling me to just forget about the past, but forgetting things, good or bad. That's not something I'm good at.
So there is there are things that you can do each day. You can say to yourself, I can start over. I start now. And you can say, like, today is today. What I did before, it's hard to forget your past, right?
I have an eidetic memory. Forgetting the past is not something I'm good at. Whether
Okay.
good or bad.
How about the word start over? You can start again.
I'd love to start over, but I can't go back in time and be 14 again. None of us can go back in time and be whatever age we want.
Right. Oh, that's a hard one. You can't forget what's happened to you, right?
I can, but it's really hard. It's like there's this gum on my shoe. I try to take it off every day, but then the next morning it's right back there.
Well, you know what? I would be lying if I didn't say that didn't happen to me too a lot of times.
Oh yeah, me too. And you know what's interesting too, what I came across last night at 11:30 p.m. when I was about to go to bed. Of course, the phone was in my hand, which I shouldn't have had because you're supposed to stay away from that right before you get to bed. But that being said, I saw this older man. I think he just turned 100, and he was talking about, and I've got to find out what exactly he said, but he used one word for each thing about the past is the past. This moment is a blessing in this moment, and then the future is there. So if we're in this moment and to train yourself to be in that moment and focus about, okay, what do I want? What do I want at this moment in my life? It's like when I say that and you take that breath. And you know what I wanted at this moment? To take a full deep breath. And I did. And so I was in that moment. So I think that's how I deal with it, when we do that. I'm glad you brought that up, Max. Thank you for that. Thank
I
you.
also have a saying that's called just do today. Just do today. And I said that on an interview I had. Just do today.
Yeah. Just do today. That's gorgeous. That's a chapter in your book. All right. I know we said we'll do 2 now, but we will do more questions after this wonderful class that's about relieving stress and going within. I know that Luke Zimmerman was the second person put the hand up, but we do have others coming up after. We can do Julian, we could do Kin, and I know Shannon Dirks is here, who also acted with Donna Russo, so she'll be able to ask. But right now we'll have one more question before the class. Mr. Luke Zimmerman.
Hey, David Zimmerman.
Oh, wait, what did I do? I lost you. I'll find you. Where are you?
Right here.
I'm right here. Oh, the magic of Chris. Thank you. Luke Zimmerman.
Hey, here's a question to her. You going to audition, be more professional. You see someone there going to sing part with you. Is that a competition between you and that person?
Do I have competition between me and another person?
Yeah, with the same role you're going for?
Yes, I do. I'm not. I do compare myself still. I do. But I'm
But if
working.
you waiting, someone call you name, and someone say, I think, they say, I think I got it. Like, how you heard that someone think they got the part, really they don't. how you act, we actually hear someone say that.
I love that. I love that question about how do you deal with that competition
Yeah,
in
you,
your own
you
head?
hear that when someone say it that way.
Yeah, good
I
one.
try to go into another corner of the room. I try to step away from them so they're not in my psyche.
Yeah.
And I'll just warm up or go over lines, or in other words, I go, okay, this person is here. I gotta, that's not my concern. So I go into another section of the room and I try to block it out, try to just focus on, okay, this is what you're going to do right now. And it helps when I step away from that situation.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I think it goes back to what you said about do it now, today.
Right. Let's do today.
Let's do today. Donna Russo, let's do today. I like it. It's a good title.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get out of your way. I'm getting out of Donna's way, and we're going to have a wonderful, I think it's about 45 minutes, relieving stress and going within, and then we'll have a time for a few more questions. So everyone, I'm going to block out here, remove all spotlights, and then we're going to get with Donna. We'll spotlight Donna, and here we go. And Chris, whenever you need Chris to play the music, just ask her. She'll turn it on.
Okay. I just have a few things to say while we do this. My first thing is to say, listen to your own body. If something is hurting or you feel like, you want to take a break from it, go ahead and do so. Yoga is for everyone, and everyone needs to listen to their own body. Also, when I say right foot and left foot, or right hand and left hand, I mean your right hand and your left hand. And I'm going to do mine, right and left. The other thing is if you can do a stretch, because I have limited movement in certain areas. So if you can do it over your head, my arms only go so far. But if you could do a pose over your head, they're called asanas. If you could do that over your head, then go ahead to do so. Okay. Now, when I say inhale, I mean push the belly out. And then exhale. Bring your navel to your spine and let the air out. And breathe in 1, 2, 3. Push the belly out. 4, and hold the 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out. 2. Navel to the spine. 4. Inhale. 1. Push the belly out. 2, 3, and 4. And hold the 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Navel to the spine. Push the air out. Inhale. Breathe a 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. And 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale. 1, 2. Navel to the spine. 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Push the belly out and hold the 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And last one. 1, 2. Inhale. 3. Push the belly out and hold. 2, 3, and 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Now deep, regular breath with ease. Don't push anything, just normal breathing in and out, in and out. Breathe on your own. Good. You feel very comfortable here. You love it. You love the stillness. Focus on the point between your eyebrows and continue breathing on the way that's natural to you. Good. It's very peaceful and calm in the stillness. You could be here forever. And now tense your whole body. Tense your body. Tense, 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 and then double exhale out. Tense your body. Tense, tense, tense everything. Your ankles, your feet, your toes, everything tense. Tense, and then double exhale out. Another 2 more like that to relax your body. And tense, 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 tense. Energize your whole body and exhale out, double. Last one. Tense your body. This is to relax. Tense, tense, tense. And exhale, double exhale out. Hands between the thigh and your abdominal muscles, palms up. And here's where we're going to think of a word. Energy, calmness. Peace. Anything that you want to focus on right now. It's refreshing. And now we can do a mantra. And you can repeat what I'm saying. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's fine too. Just stay in the stillness and the peace. We repeat it in a loud voice, and then we whisper it, and then we say it mentally. I am unique. There is no one like me. I cannot compare myself to anyone else. I am unique. There is no one like me. I cannot compare myself to anyone else. I am unique. There is no one like me. I cannot compare myself to anyone else. And now whisper. I am like no one else. I cannot compare myself to anyone. I am unique. There is no one like me. I cannot compare myself to anyone else. I am unique. There is no one like me. I cannot compare myself to anyone else. I am unique. There is no one like me. I cannot compare myself to anyone else. I cannot compare myself to anyone else. And now mentally say the words to yourself. And just sit there for a little bit. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes and we'll do some joint warm-ups. But really enjoy this piece with yourself. There's nothing like it. You can begin to open your eyes. And now we're going to start with warm-ups. They're called sun salutes. You just follow along. Sometimes I use my arms to tell you what my legs are doing because you can't see my whole. If I go far back, it'll be too far. So just listen to me and keep in tune and you'll do great. So we take a big breath in. We go into prayer position. Our arms over. Good. We come up all the way up. And if you can go over your head, go over your head. I cannot. That's it. Come forward, fold. All the way down. If you want to rest your hands on your thigh, you can. Go all the way down. If you can go to your ankles, that's fine. By touching your ankles. Good. And roll up the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, back into your chair. Good. And stretch, lift up, big breath. Over your head if you can. I cannot again. Okay. Prayer position. Lift up. Downward facing dog forward. Put your arms on your lap. Go all the way down, as far as you can go. Without hurting yourself. Good. And roll up through your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Last thing is your head. Lifting up, stretch up, forward. Prayer position. Downward facing dog. All the way down. Lift up, roll back vertebrae by vertebrae into your chair. Nice big, gather the energy, gather the chi as it's called, and forward. Prayer position, focus forward, lifting up as far as you can go with your arms. And again, everybody's body's different. Hands on your thighs if you want to, and all the way down and forward. Try to reach your toes if you can, and come up. Roll vertebrae by vertebrae, straight up. Again, breathe in, nice and big, good. Stretch in prayer position. You are saluting the sun. You are paying homage to the sun for the warmth and energy that it gives you. Forward, downward facing dog, all the way down. And I'm enjoying this so much. I'm going to do 2 more. So stick with me. Lifting up, breathe. And good. Prayer positions. Right up. Forward fold. All the way, all the way, all the way down. Lift up. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Second to the last one. Reach up. Prayer position. And all the way up. Over your head if you can. Forward fold. And stretch over all the way down. Good, nice. And lift up, stretch, stretch. One more time. This is the last one for this. The last warm up salute to the sun. Lifting up, prayer position. Stretch up, all the way over. Hands on your lap. Stretch down to the toes. Roll vertebrae by vertebrae. Back up. We're going to go to the right with our neck and to the right shoulder. And stretch that out. Oh, that feels so good. Good, nice. Loosen that neck up, stretch it over, do a semicircle all the way to the left side. Good. Stretch. Loosen that neck up. Oh, that feels so good. And semicircle or half circle around to the right. Again, stretch everything out. Semicircle to the left. Semicircle to the right. Get all the kinks out of your neck. Things that are stiff and tight. Relax. And to the left. Or whatever side you didn't do. And semicircle. Get in between all of the spaces of your neck. Last 2 times, stretch. And to the left and stretch it out. Good, and come center. Nice. Stretching out our shoulders and our arms. Big stretches with the arms. 1. And the left. And the right. Good, and the left. And the right. And the left. And the right. And the left. And the right. and the left. Good. Nicely done. Good. Shoulders up. Shoulders down. Up and down. And up and down. Lifting up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. And up and down. To the front. And to the front. Circles. Circle. Circle. 4, 5. We're getting everything moving. 6, 7, and 8. Breath and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. And to the right. Arms out to the side and left. Reaching out. Out and out and out and out and out and 7. Good. And 8 and 9. Good. And 10. Good. Take that right arm and lift. Crescent moon. These are called crescent moon. Stretch and over. Stretch all the waist and the side. And a nice breath. And down and reach out. And up and over. And stretch. And stretch. Good. Nice. And down. And to the right. And over. Over. And over. Get that waist over. Good. And up. And opposite arm and lift. And up. Everything you do is with a breath. Everything you do. Because without it, we're not here. So even when you move, think about a breath. Think about the breath coming underneath your arm. Underneath your arm and going over, top of your head. You can go all the way. Nice. And stretch and lift. Doesn't matter how far you can go. Just commit to it and just be happy with what you're doing. Two more times. Right. Over. Everything comes from a breath underneath your arm. That's how you connect with movement or dance or yoga. Good. And come center. We're going to do Sufi circles. And Sufi circles are just a circular motion with the trunk of your body. Okay. And I hold on to this because I go far forward and I want to be safe. So stretch all the way around. Stretch all the way around. Get your shoulders involved if you can. And I'm thinking in musical tones. I make myself laugh. No. And stretch all the way over. Sometimes in dance class, I'd only hear the teacher would only use their finger snap or noises, which was pretty funny. But I digress. I go forward and stretch. Just get into your body. And the left side. Good. Other way around. And do you feel it in your shoulder? And everywhere else. Oh, I love this one. Good. And a couple more. And we'll move down the body. Nice. One more. And down. Good. And while we're here, we may say hello to the chest and upper area, right and left, right and left. And left and right and left and right and left. Just the chest goes and chest goes and chest goes into the front and back and front and back. Good. Front and back. And back. Good. Two more. Good. And we're going to engage our abdominal muscles. And we're going to hug ourselves. And lifting up and forward. And breathe. And forward. And breathe. Just because you're sitting doesn't mean you can't use your stomach. Stretch. And lift all the way up. And we'll do 10 more. You really want to feel your abdominals. Lift. And forward. Engage the muscles in your stomach. Use them. Good. One last one. And lift. Good. Stretch. And shake out your arms. Good. Nice. I'm going to try something. Let's see if this works. I'm going to focus in onto my legs here so you can see them. Can everyone see them? Say yes. Or thumbs up.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. And we're going to do little marches, engaging our hamstring muscles and lift and left and right and left and right. Good. Stretch. Left. Stretch. Ten more. 10. Good. 9. Nice. Breathing. Breathing. Use it. Good. And our lower leg, this lower bottom half, go out to the side and just do little circles with it. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, 7, 8, and 4, bum, 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 bum. Now get your little ankles. I'm going to use my hands for ankles. And rotate your ankles, using your ankles. Nice, and reverse it and rotate. Your ankles only, and your ankles. Oh, I feel everything working. Yes. And switch direction. Good. Again, switch direction. Good. Other leg. And little, first we're going to do the circles. So that's the bottom half. You can point your foot and draw little circles around. And reverse it. And reverse. Get the bottom half of your legs working good. And now rotate the ankle, just like I did the other one. Just the ankle. And reverse it. Reverse, get that ankle, get that ankle. Nicely done. Okay, come back to center. Come back to center and hello. rest your palms on your thighs. And take a moment and feel how your muscles feel, the ones that you've worked, and also what you felt before class started. And just feel that energy, feel the vibration of your body, and enjoy it. Enjoy that energy flow. Now we're going to go into some asanas or positions that are for yoga, chair yoga. And we're going to do what's called a spiral twist first. We're going to take our left arm, lift it up and over, put it on our right thigh, and turn all the way back, looking to the back wall. Deep breath in. Always remember to breathe. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Breath in and exhale. Nice. And take your stretch an inch more and look back a little bit more. This helps your back, your digestion. It's all around good for you. And then come center and relax. Other side, take your right arm. There it is. Bring it over to your left thigh. Stretch in the back of your chair all the way back. Inhale, exhale, and on the exhale, increase your stretch. Good. Again, inhale, and on the exhale, increase your stretch. Nice. And come center. Good. Now we're going to do a pigeon pose, which is you take your right leg, you put it on your left ankle, your left knee. So you're sitting with one leg crossed over, and come forward and stretch your butt muscles out. And just relax. Just relax. Lift up your head into a cobra, which is like a little mini back bend. And then all the way down again, stretched over. And lift up, mini back bend, and all the way down. And lift up, mini back bend, all the way down. Last one, and lift up, head up, and stretched up. That's called cobra. And roll up. Now, if you could do your left ankle over your right knee, feel free to do that. I cannot because I broke my hip, and they have mended it. I mean, they have, done so that I cannot bend my leg like that. So I just go straight forward and I adjust to my own body, and I just go all the way down, trying to feel that muscle in my butt, trying to stretch it out. Inhale and exhale all the way down. And forward roll up. Good. And we're going to do cobra in the back of the chair, which is lifting our heart center. This is called the heart center. We lift that all the way up, and we look to the ceiling, and we lift our upper back up and over. Try not to break your neck all the way back, but try to keep it where it's comfortable. And forward. Love that one. Okay, lift up. Heart center to the ceiling. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And up. 2 more times, lifting up and over. Take a breath, inhale. Stretch, stretch. Oh, stretch it. And forward 2 more times. 2 more times for our body. Lifting up. Again, cobra, one last time. Cobra. Breathe. And come up. Right into a stork. Stork is the opposite leg, opposite arm. So we're going to pick the right arm, right leg up and forward, stretching, lifting our knee up with our hand and come down. Good. Right arm and left leg up into a stork, focus front and come down. One more time, stork pose. Lift up. And come down. Left arm up, or whichever one you didn't use. Put your hands underneath the knee of the opposite leg. And stretch, shake it out. Good. Okay, tree pose, it's very important. Tree pose, you're going to put your right ankle over your left ankle like this, cross on the bottom of your chair. And we're going to put our arms in prayer position. And you're going to open up your hips. Because you're sitting like this, you're going to open them up. And you're in prayer position up above. And you're going to press in with your palms. Press into tree pose. And release. Press into tree pose. And release. Press into tree pose, focus. It's very important that when you do these exercises, or any exercise, that you really do it with intent and importance, and you don't just throw them away. Like, I would say an example would be like, oh, tree pose. Tree pose. Like you're not thinking about it, but you have to think about what you're doing with your body. You're pressing. You have a purpose. You are working on these muscles. You are giving them energy, and relax. Okay, take your other ankle and put it over. Just like that. Okay. And again, inhale. Make sure you take breath in, good energy in, good energy. And press, focus. Open your hips, press your palms in together, and release. Focus. And release. Last one, focus. And release. Stretch out. We're doing one thing for right now, cardio. Cardio is just round. This is going to bring your hands out to the side and small circles, trying to get your heart rate up a little bit. Ultimate goal is like 3 minutes, but we'll only do maybe 1. And if you have to stop, then you can stop and put your arms down, okay? That focus is, we are working our heart. I'll let you explore this on your own after this class, and you can see like what you're comfortable with. And then try to go for a little more each time you feel comfortable. But I have to show you what to do for your heart when you're in a chair. And reverse it. And come down. Do we feel that? Yes? Thumbs up. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Good. And now we're going to kind of go inside once again for kind of like the cool down or the centering for the end of class. And we put our hands once again on our lap. This is receptive. This is receptive to the universe. You are receiving the blessings that you have, the blessings that will come to you. It's also wisdom mudra. And the blessings and struggles that you will get, and they are gifts because they will give you strength to go on and to learn. So that's pretty much the thoughts of that. And we close our eyes. And we go back into the stillness and we relax everything. And then we end with a chant called the universal chant, because if you listen to the stillness, you will hear a vibration, you will hear a sound, and it's the whole universe going. Because it's forever going. And we receive our energy and breath through our spine. So, it's a big deal. Because when that goes away, then it goes away. But okay, enough said. Closing your eyes. If you don't want to close your eyes, that's okay. Think of that word or that mantra that you want to think of. Be aware, feel the feelings that you feel. Easy breath. And we want to think about that word, or maybe there is your own mantra that you want to think about, or you just want to enjoy the peace, because it's always there. You just have to get to it. You might have thoughts going in and out of your head, but tell them to go away if you can. Breathe in and out. And relax the mind. The mind is relaxed. Relax your eyes. They are relaxed. Relax your jaw. You can open it if you would like. Loosen the neck and relax it. Shoulders are relaxed. Chest and lungs are relaxed. Stomach is relaxed. Thighs are relaxed. Relax your knees. Shins are relaxed. Ankles relaxed. Everything's relaxed. Toes. Balls of your feet. Relax. Now sit in that silence and that stillness and do not be afraid of it. You love it here. You don't ever want to leave. X for guidance, protection. Your organs are well. They are functioning well. in about 5 seconds or so, I'm going to do some chanting. You are free to join. If you do not wish to join, that's fine too. You can just listen. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank each and every one of you. Thank you very much. I'm really appreciative to get this chance. Namaste.
How beautiful. Thank you, Donna, so much.
You
So
are
calming.
so welcome. I enjoyed this immensely.
Oh, so did we. So did we. I'm just, oh, just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Let me see here. Wow. I needed that. It's good. It's part of your work as a and I'm talking to everybody and myself. It's part of your work as a performer, as an actor, as a singer, as an artist to take care of yourself in that way. There's so many facets. That's why, some people think, oh, acting and performing, it's easy. Well, it's work. I mean, it can be enjoyable, it could be fun, and it could be a blast, but it can be stressful, and that's why stuff like this, what Donna just took us through, is something that we need to do for ourselves. I take a walk every day, at least 20 minutes. I walk, hear the birds, see the dogs with their masters or vice versa. Thank you, Donna.
Yeah, you're so welcome. I really enjoyed this. When I get the opportunity to do this and to, I don't know, I do it for me, I do it for the people. It just works.
Yeah. And it's interesting. I'm sitting up straighter too. And I feel like, oh yeah, this is, my chakras are in alignment. Well, we have time for some questions, if that's good for you, Donna.
Oh yeah, I saved time for questions. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. So I will just go through here, and we have, let's do Ken. Ken is here today. Let's see. There we go. Hi, Ken.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Donna. Thank you for the sitting yoga. I need it because I have a polio, left leg polio. So I was thinking this morning to do the Jane Founder sitting exercise. I was thinking at home. I was not came across what you're gonna teach her. So regarding on this rejection, I used to take dancing class in Akamena College, salsa. The teacher told me that I cannot beat the rhythm because my leg is either too slower than rhythm or faster than rhythm because of polio. So I just wonder, is it every, audition I go or things like that, a gallery, I introduce my arts, I got rejected. So I just wonder how you gonna, I always bounce back, but the rejection in my life, I got polio since I was 1 year old. So I got rejected a lot before I entered to the art world also. So sometimes get suck as, oh, rejection, I'm too used to it. I get rejected since I was a childhood. So I just wonder how you advise me to be a better, artist or, something like that. Dealing with
This is not easy. It's not easy to get rejection. Look, I got it all the time since I was little as well. And you're too short. You can't dance that way. You're not going to be a ballerina. You whatever they might say, we don't know what to do with you.
Mm.
What do you mean you don't know what to do with me? You're creative, no? Like this is the creative arts, right? Like, yeah, well, we'll do it by, making a funny out of it. Oh, okay. I'll do that. That's fine. But it hit me because later in life, I went to choreographers. I used to go home thinking I was awful. I was like, I'm really bad because, like, I don't get to go to the Oscars because I'm not like, the same height as everyone else. Or I used to really go home thinking I'm an awful dancer. But then I went to a panel with some choreographers, and they told me that there are just too many of you in the room. You can't look at everyone. And I thought, oh, okay. We use people that we've worked with before because we're on such short schedule. We have to make sure we can do this for the production, and they're going to be reliable. So for that reason, I'm going to hire people that I've worked with already. And I went, oh, you mean maybe this isn't all my fault? Maybe it's just that they don't see me, or when they audition, they just go, well, I'm going to use her and her and her because I know them. And that's another thing when you see that in auditions, you see the ones that know the choreographers going up to them beforehand and kind of saying, hey, how you doing, or whatever. And I was like, oh God, there she is. There, forget me. That's when I just used to take myself and walk to another corner. And I guess what I said was, don't you make this decision. Let them just go, be prepared, have the energy, be positive. Don't be somebody that's going to cause anybody trouble on the set, because I've seen them fly you home in a minute because you're stirring up some kind of trouble, or you're being. It doesn't mean I don't say stick up for yourself. I mean, just like be cooperative, like, and so I went, and then I started to go in with that attitude, like, let them make the decision. Don't you go in there already with like, excuse me, like, you're defeated already. And that helped. I'll say that helped. But all of us, we go through these things like, well, I'm not good enough. Well, no, you're good enough for something else, for some other role, for another talent, I guess you also get this way when you start losing things like your limbs, and you're like, but I can't dance that way. But still, things are beautiful, and you emote, and you reach audiences a way that you never thought you would, or you're going, oh wow, they're crying. So go in, I would have to say, with the attitude that yes, I am going to go in prepared and give it my all. And, I'm not going to down on myself. Because there is a place. I mean, even like with me, there's not maybe a place in ballet, but there was in musical theater and there was in character roles. And believe me, because of my height, I got dolls, aliens, Oompa Loompas, a lot of prosthetics, a lot of makeup. But it was fun. It was a place. It was a category. I had a place. So just don't, just find your place.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Been very great question here. Okay, we have Shannon Direx is next. Shannon Direx.
Hey.
Hello, Shannon.
Hey. I do miss you.
I miss you too.
The last time that we saw each other, we did Dawn on the Go, right?
Yes. And I had so much fun working.
Oh. Well, what's it like working on Dawn on the Go?
Well, a thing called COVID happened. And
wow.
It became very expensive for a producer. And there's also the liability if someone gets sick and, like they had people like who pre-tested you and took precautions, and it's expensive. It's a lot, it's expensive. But we did something called Tree, where it was during the pandemic and I went outdoors like David was saying about nature. And something spoke to me in the wind and the trees. And it's called Donna on the Go Tree. And Peggy filmed it. And it's her idea to she goes, well, why don't you do something out here in nature? And that's a great poem. And so we did. And yeah, you can check that out when you do it. It was really nice to do.
Very nice. Well, I love that show, and I love seeing all of you on it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right. We got T-Bone, and then whoever has their yellow hand up, will go to you, and we have about 20 minutes left. So we got let's see, T-Bone. I know. Oh, Isaac Jones too wants to. Okay, we'll try to get as many in as possible. Here's Mr. T-Bone.
Hello, how you doing?
Good, T-Bone. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
So what I wanted to ask, look, when you act on this, do you ever feel like you're not wanted there?
Do I ever feel like I want to dance?
No, when you go to perform, do you ever feel like you not belong there because you are dancer and people make you feel bad?
Do I?
Say that again, T-Bone.
I asked her when she go to dance, when she go to dance and she go to the audition, do the people make her feel bad because she is a dancer? And how do she deal with the rejection of telling her that she is too short to dance?
Do you ever get made fun of, or do you people ever make you feel bad at an audition? And how do you deal with it if they do? Or is that it, T?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they ever make fun of me, other dancers in auditions? Not out and out. No, I wouldn't say that. They might not look at me straight in the face because they're in concentration mode. And sometimes you feel like, oh my God, I know this person, and they are not even acknowledging that I walked in the room. But it's something that you have to try to not take personally, but just try to think of it as, okay, they are going for concentration. They are completely focused. And don't take it bad. Don't take it personally.
And
But
here's the thing too, T-Bone. I mean, they called you in for a reason, because they want you to, they want you for the part. They see something magic about you. That being said as well, do you have a fear of that when you go on the set or auditions, T-Bone?
but my thing of it is when you go into audition, you're not sure if you're gonna get it. Usually when I go to an audition, I don't expect to get the audition, but I expect to give it my all. At one time, I went to an audition, and, and, and when I got there, I felt good. But when I went into the audition, the guy asked me to do it a different way, but I felt I felt I felt so empty in it because you're not sure if you're gonna get it, but I felt uncomfortable with that person because he made me feel so unwanted.
How do you, that's a good comment, T. How do you, Donna, if somebody goes into an audition, I think what I'm hearing too is what I've done in the past, but I've learned to clear it out of my head. I think we get into our heads too much about what others think about us. And you're there for a reason. Is that sort of on the line, Donna?
Yeah, they wouldn't, you wouldn't be, you know what? Just take the opportunity and think of that as your job is to do as well as you can, and think of it as the job. That's a good one too.
I like that.
Think of it as, this is an opportunity to go and do my best and be prepared. And that's why I like to say, like, after I'm done, I try not to think about it. I just.
Right. It's true. Thank you, T-Bone. Good stuff. All these are wonderful questions. Where I see all the yellow hands, we're gonna do them all until 1 o'clock. We've got, let's see, all the way from Boston, Felicia Hattie.
Hi,
Hey.
how are you today? I have a question. Is it okay, like, I'm just saying, like, in general, is it okay for someone who works for people with disabilities, like agencies and things like that, is it okay for them to say that someone is your competition? Is that okay for someone to say that to their client?
Okay, let me think about this one. Is it okay to think that someone is your competition?
Yeah, if someone is your competition, is it okay for that all different agencies out there, is it okay for them to say that someone is your competition?
Oh, you mean when you walk into an audition, they tell you that somebody is your competition?
I'm just saying, like, in general, like if someone says, oh, this person is your competition, or someone is way better than you or something, like how can you handle that?
Um, like I think I said, I just walk away to another section of the room and try like to focus on my own thing,
Mhm.
because let's face it, you already know when you're going in the room that these people are also going for the same role.
Mhm.
But just think, you have the same right as anyone else to be in that room, and you just have as much of an opportunity as they do because you were called there. And that's like my little saying to myself, I am unique. I am like no one else. I cannot compare myself to anyone else. And that's a lot with social media these days. It's hard to not, because it's all around you. But wish everyone well. Wish everyone well, and really sincerely hope they get good jobs or whatever. But don't think that you don't have a right to be there too. Like I said before, let them, the judges or the producers or the associate producers, whoever it is that you're in front of, the choreographer, let them make the decision.
And you know what? I'm going to jump in here too. I'm connecting this to what you did today, Donna, by doing those meditations, by doing those healings, by doing that yoga, the stretching and centering yourself. It helps clear the head out. It helps, at least for me, and what I connected to what you just did for the last hour. By doing that is one of the things that will make you help you stop worrying about what they think and focus on, hey, I'm good. I'm here for a reason. And this is the moment to do it. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Good stuff, Felicia. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Good to see you.
Me too.
Okay, here we go. I'm going down. I see a lot of hands today, and we'll go right till 1 o'clock. We'll get as many as we can. We have Lucas Theosaluski.
Hi.
Hi. What's up?
I'm enjoying being here.
I know, me too. What do you want the most successful in your life?
What do I want the most? Successful.
What do you want the most successful in your life?
I want to continue on the path that I'm going. And I really feel that if I keep open to things and if I keep my mind open to things, then the right things will come to me.
Awesome. I'm also a singer and songwriter, and I'm also a voice actor working with Kathy McCauley in Spec Labs too.
Oh, that's great.
You have to drop by Kathy McCauley. She works at North Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I've done a little book interpretation, like voiceover things, but I've had fun with that.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
You have to meet Kathy McCauley.
Uh-huh. Oh,
and I love your t-shirt. Tell me something good.
Yes.
Something good.
Yes.
Like, good.
It sure is. Thank you, Lucas.
You're welcome.
I love it. Okay, next we have Julian Carrasco. Julian Carrasco. He is.
What are you most proud of?
What am I the most
life?
proud of?
Yeah, in life.
Most proud of that I keep on going. That I keep on going with anything that comes in my way. I just try to learn how to adapt it and just we keep on going.
Wow.
That's Yeah. I fell, hurt my kneecap in 3 places. I hurt my hip in 2014, fractured that. And here we are.
Here we are.
There we are.
Thank you, Julian. That was, again, thank you. Let's see who's next. Oh, Creighton. Creighton's next on the line. Here we go, Creighton.
What's up, David? I'm sorry. I've been missing the classes a lot.
Oh, but you're here today, and that's what counts.
Yeah. I have a question for you, ma'am. See, I haven't had an audition in years. I've been waiting to get a part. It's been a long time since the last audition I had was for the TV show Stumptown. My best friend Cole got the part, but I auditioned for it, but I was okay with it. He got it instead of me. I just want to know how much longer would I get another audition again?
How long does
it take to wait for? I've been waiting for a long time for another audition, and I haven't had one in years.
Well, what I say is keep going and don't give up. If you have a passion for it.
Yes, I do.
Keep going. You'll find your place. You'll find it.
Okay, thank you. And hi, Shannon.
Yeah. Thank you, Creighton. Okay. Let's see, we just did Creighton. Now, just to let everybody know, I want you, and I should jump on here for a second. I want everybody by the next Meet the Biz to learn, for those who don't know, you know, the little yellow hand that people have up raising their hands. Be sure to put those up, and you'll get a better chance of being able to get your questions in, because sometimes I see people waving, and I don't see them till later because the yellow hand comes up first. So I think we have time, for 3 more questions, and then we're going to wrap it up. And next we have Lanzarote Record.
Hey, Donna, this is Lonzo.
Hi.
How do you feel your career and your life?
How do I feel in my career and life?
Yeah.
I feel good. I feel good that I'm still trying and I'm still going, and I feel good that I've adapted. And I just want to see what's next and keep going in the frame of mind that I am, and see what happens, you know? No, all of us have been looked after through our lives. We've been sent things when we needed them. There is someone out there watching and helping, whether you call them guardian angels or what. But this life, you need to do what you like, what you love, what you're passionate about. Because if you don't, then you're going to be like going through life not knowing what would have been or what could be or what you really want to do.
Gorgeous. Thank you, Lanzarote.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was beautiful. All right, we have 2 left here, 2 questions. We have Mark Pulver, and then we'll round it off with Raquel Chavez. Mark Pulver, hello.
How you doing, guys? David, can you hear me loud and clear?
We can hear you loud and clear. Are you driving?
Yes, I am, but I can talk. Okay. I do have a question. What is it like? Have you ever had I know if you do yoga and get really relaxed, sometimes you have out of body experience. Have you ever had one? And if you did, what is it like?
Okay. When people get that or do that, and when they're in silence and they feel something, it's very special. And I have been where I can see a situation happening above me. Like I can be in my body and breathing, keeping that going. But this is gonna seem funny, but I have a hovering around me, like a spirit, like looking down over me. If that makes any sense. Like I can watch and see me
Yes,
breathing.
and do you
Yeah.
see, like, in that realm, the spiritual realm, like it's called your third eye, right? When your eyes are closed, you see something with your third eye. Is that what they call it when in your out of body experience? Have your third eye, or is that something different?
Look at the center point between the center of your eyebrows. That's a very, very spiritual place, and you get a lot of intuition from that. And you can tell what's the right thing, or it will lead you to the right thing that you should do. Just you got to believe in that. You got to believe that there's guidance there, and that you will be led to the right.
I love that connection that you brought up, Mark, about spirituality and connection and people and how it led to you, Donna, about the angels or the forces that help you and guide you throughout your life.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna round it up with the questions today with the lovely Raquel Chavez. There she is.
Hi, Donna. I had a question. You teach dance, right? You teach dance. Do you teach dance outside of acting? Or how to say this? Do you teach different dance?
Oh, do I teach different times?
Yeah, do you teach different dance classes?
I teach a yoga class here where I am. To a few students. I did teach a lot of dance and aerobics. I do take wheelchair dance classes. I do work with a group called ZCO Dance Project, which is headed by Zazelle, and they're in New York. And it's really funny, but we do dance classes on Saturdays, and we each take turns teaching. And I have never met these ladies once. I've done a performance with them where I had a video of my section set into their performance, and it played in New York, off Broadway, actually, like a couple blocks away. And I was there every night for the run in the video, which was very special to me. It's a group of PWDs, persons with disabilities. And I was just beside myself when I knew I was playing in New York on a video with these other dancers that were there live. And we all told the story about disabilities. And it is on YouTube, and I love ZCO Dance Project. I also I dance with them on Saturdays, yeah, but I never met them in person. We have this Zoom connection. Never meeting them once, but I do hope that they come visit me, or I get to go to New York at some point.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raquel.
You're welcome, Dave.
And Donna, thank you. What a wonderful workshop. And very healing. I think it's something we all needed right now to connect your core with it and with yourself and know that you can be, through your own breath, very powerful in your life. If I had to round off and ask a final question, what do you want the most at this moment in your life?
Actually, the first thing that came into my mind was I want to be connected to the spiritual energy. I want to see it. And that's through, I think, meditation. And I think that if there was something that I wanted everyone to get through this, is that don't be afraid to be inside yourself. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and don't be afraid to ask for help from the spiritual realm. There you go. There it is.
I love it. Yay, Donna Russo. Donna Russo, let's all get a group photo here. Move the spotlights. And on the count of 3, what are we gonna say, Donna?
We can say stillness or meditation, or I am unique. I am unique. There you go.
I'm unique. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm unique. Donna Russo, everyone. Mwah. Thank you,
everyone. Thank you, David.
Oh, our pleasure. Our pleasure.
David, question. What is that saying, what Donna was saying, that I am unique? I want to remind myself that.
Yes.
I am unique.
Yeah.
Like no one else.
I am no one else.
Not like anyone else, and you cannot compare yourself to someone else.
You can't compare CAMP.
And here's another one for you. Just do today.
Ooh, yes.
The big one on my list, yeah.
I give up. Call Rocky.
You mean Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5, Rocky Balboa?
No! My friend Rocky. Rocky, what's his last name?
Where do you want to be? You want to put the chair back down?
Yeah, I want to sit down on the chair.
Okay, let me.
Donna, that was beautiful. You are a stunning dancer. And Scott? Scott? You took me to La La Land! Ah, what's that I hear? You're on the hot tamale train! Ah, woo, woo!
It was like you were floating with him. I felt like I was on the Titanic.
Ow! Ow!
What else could possibly go wrong?
Whoa! Nick? Seriously? This cannot be happening. Woo! Could you?
Sure.
In a world few hearts survive.
Thinks about this.
I just think you need to apologize.
Really? Sorry, Lily.
Let her rock. You know that's a lift chair, right?
Oh, is that like a lazy boy?
It's how I get in and out.
Oh, but you have a chair. You're in it. Sitting pretty.